Alright. Let's get on the memory. Being asked to run this seed to get multiple viewpoints, how to run it specifically, it sounds like the opening is challenging, so looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. I'm really super excited. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, go. I'm going to attempt to do some talking during this. I'm not very good at this part. Edgar in the front. Those two in the back, and then they have X Magic and GP branded tools. Should be a decent start. Alright, if I didn't have the Gao, I would probably look to do the Edgar 4-4-1 with this team, but being as it's there, I'm going to try and check the Castle Throne Room first, standalone, and then I'll go, after looting, do Trench into probably Dark World Marsh. I'm assuming there is something sticky along that path, because that is not that weird of a start. So, try not to buy much when you have Edgar until you get to the castle or to Ward of South Figaro. I'm only looking for rare stuff I might not find other places, and I'm buying less of it than normal, just to make sure that I have the important stuff. There are earrings here I can come back for if I need to, and don't find them anywhere else. Hopefully I will find those in Figaro, and nothing here. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and do returners, because I keep getting burned skipping returners, so I've been doing it heavier. I need to actually go to the right spot, though. Use the map. It's better than your eyes. Come on, fingers work. Atlas Armlet is nice for the Yeti if nobody else. Need to get him strength boosting gear at least, if we're not going to find a rage ring. Speak of the devil. Alright, again, looking for weird stuff you don't usually see. I'm gonna buy some of those, just because they're not guaranteed to show up in any of the other item shops. Alright, let's jump over to the castle now. Let's quick little jaunt here. Try like hell to remember which exit I need to do from the castle. I messed that up the other day and started going right like it was World of Ruin. Madrasite to start is nice. Check this chest up here. Genji Shield is good money to sell, so go ahead and do that. Alright, now we're getting full buy. I have the Yeti, so I'm buying heavy for the Coliseum. So if something is super cheap, even if I don't think I'll need it, I'll buy some just to have it. Worst comes to worst, you can always sell stuff off that you buy at Edgar's shop for no loss. Alright, so a couple more of those, got those, and then I always buy shurikens when I see them just in case I get a throw late. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and loot the light side first. Sometimes I would skip the light side altogether and go straight to the cheap shops, but in this case, I'm gonna do this kind of lightly, and I'm gonna skip the item shop because I'm not gonna buy anything if it was there anyways. But at this point, I am looking to see if there's an economizer. I'm going to go ahead and buy just 2 earrings in case there's not any on the other side. Hyper wrist is also nice, and I like not having to buy them. Alright, and cheap. Oh, that's not cheap, but a couple skins just for the Coliseum. Probably didn't need to do that, but too late now. Alright, not much there. Elixirs are nice, so I'm gonna go ahead and go cheap shopping trip number 2. Oh, come on. Fingers work, there you go. Right, make sure to Y navigate when you're in the Dark World and you haven't saved. I call it Dark World, sorry, deal with it. I'll save after, not before. Alright, hero ring, very nice. Good find. Super expensive. More elixirs, another gold shield to sell. I'm probably going to find earrings because I happen to buy some. Yep, fucking knew it. Bought 2 more. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Not gonna use that. I sell ethers, especially early. I'm gonna keep a ribbon for now. I might sell that in a pinch. Alright, oh, gem box here. I think there was an economizer on the other side. It's kind of funny. Alright, on the dark side, you can exit out over by the item shop, so I just do the same loop that I just did before, except I go right. Frame side we can sell. Alright, X potions for cheap is nice. I'll probably just remember those and come back later, because I don't really have a bunch of extra cash right now, especially if I'm looking to do Zen. Cheap elixir. Well, no, half price, but not cheap elixir. So I already have the flush. All right, let's just go. All right. All right. So save before flying in the dark room. Here, I'm just gonna check this side first, get more info on the other side, but gotta go fast. Yeah, I can afford 394, and it was a Magicite, so that's good. Saves me a trip to the other side of this. I already have 1 hyper wrist. I don't need to buy any more. Check Noise Buster's cheap. I'll just buy 1 of those. Oh, here's the rest of the sleeping bags I need. So let's buy. I tend to buy a normal 20 to 30, depending on my money situation. Let's see. I've got several elixirs. I'll just sell off a couple. Let's just do 30. And then I like to check armor shops looking for Magus hats and white dresses. Nothing there. So now I'll do armor weapon shop. You're mostly looking for rods, maybe an enhancer, or, you know, the rare Ragalumina VK. Alright, I didn't need to save there because I'm just going to flip over. Then I'm going to go do Gauss check and trench in 1 pass. So I will equip everybody. He gets the Rage Ring and the Atlas Armlet. I have to remind myself, X Magic, GP Brain, and Tools. So GP Brain and Tools and X Magic. So we'll remove that for now, and then we start equipping. So equip and equip. Not much there. Skills, do the Espers. Ice 3. And then let's do that. And then I want to get Ice 3 on the X Magic user, I guess. So let's do that. And then we'll save, and we'll do the fight. This fight is always a Lobo until you fought something else. I'm sorry if you know all this, I'm just kind of saying everything I think of as it comes into my head. You want to let the Yeti do the attack, because if you attack ahead of him, the Yeti will attack your Gao substitute, and they will run away. So set up the bottom guy ahead of time for the dried meat, and let the Yeti do his thing. Which by do his thing, I obviously mean fly the airship, but that is once I find somebody to replace it. Somebody said yesterday that this was a 5 out of 8 chance of happening. I decided that meant you either have 5 fights before they show up or 8. So it looks like we're on pace for that. This is number 4. Nothing much you can do about this if you win this check. This means it's an Esper. Oh, I was there already. It has to be an Esper or a character, so it's one of the nice things about it. Alright, let's go ahead and put the Moogle back on. Let's check what that other Esper was. Life 2, Speed, and Vanish. That's a good one, but let's get this guy Fire 2 first. Alright, we're gonna save, and then we're gonna go. Gonna have to rely on Yeti throwing, getting lucky with those. GP Rain will do a little bit of work, especially after a couple of levels. Depending on how many levels I get in the first 2 fights, I might be able to get Ice 3 online before the second half, but I doubt it. Hoping to leave the trench between level 12 to 15, ideally. Don't really get any rods to use. Let's try that. Could attack the back one, dummy. That was a good chunk of experience for especially the first fight. So that should jump me up to, what, 11, 12 by itself. I still got one more to get through now. I'm gonna be a little more runaway heavy here. Yeah, especially there. So that's preemptive though, so you can just run. You don't have to use one of the smoke bombs, which is good because I think I only ended up buying 5. Alright, I check this chest. If it's early, that's good money. We will have a shopping ship. Hey, that's right. Potions, and then item, tincture here and here. Alright. You want to go right first, and then left. Left is 2 more fights and no stop. This should be pretty easily clear with the GP rain. Oop, I was wrong. It's kind of lagging behind on the GP rain. There we go. Like I said, 2 GP rains, that'll clear. Another good-ish chunk of experience. Should be able to get to that 14, 15 before we get out of here. This would be good too, I think. Let's try this. It's a dead check, but it's not a terrible dead check, and I was doing it for the experience more than anything. I am obligated to buy no, not going to buy a gem box, but nobody can use that. Let's see if there's anything weird here. Pro rods are nice. I might just buy a couple as backup. And then let's get some remedies for later. Get out of my way. Alright, so now I'm going to do World of Ruin Narsh. There's the Tritox spot check, which is item Esper. And there's what I'm really excited about is a dragon, and then we have the Yeti, so we can do the Yeti spot. There's a free heal when you walk in here, so you don't need to heal. So I'm going to take the heal. I'm going to check this pot. It's a ribbon. I'm gonna save. That's not safe. Let's save after. Here you're looking for a katana soul. Well, you found it. I have a noise blaster, which makes this fight fairly free. As long as the Yeti doesn't F me up. He should Slayer Edge and kill himself. Alright, not that time. So let's try it again. There we go. So this is going to get me an offering. It's great for a VK or an Atma weapon. Some other fringe case uses. If you have Stray Cat Rage, it's good for that. But, you know, these fights, it's a good chance to either be this or decent experience fights, so I like to take them early. Even though I don't have a VK or an offering at this point, they could show up. So, we're not going to climb now. That's also a good amount of money for that fight. But if you find the Gigantos in those Monster Hunter boxes, that's good experience. It's an easy fight usually. Even like the 4 spirits, or you know, the single spirit you can get a hyper risk from. There's a lot of good options in that monster in a box, along with, you know, some that you'll just have to run for. But I have smoke bombs. I can get out of a fight pretty easily. But it's always nice to find the Katana Soul in the first monster in a box, so I probably won't check any more monster in box this whole time. You try to avoid the dragon your first pass, especially this early, so you can get up here and you can save yourself the walk. I'm going to check my progress here. Alright, he learned the different spells, so let's save. And then... You know what? I was having better success with the flash, so I'm going to make Gao a magic user for now. Alright. I think his spell is fire, so let's just do that, assuming he's not frozen. Which he is not. I could cast fire and thaw my other people, but I think it's probably just going to be faster to do this. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, we're going to try that again. Rather than wait for that thawing to happen, it's just easier to reset. And that's why we save up here and don't just run into the dragon, especially early. You know, later on when you're super powerful, yeah, just run into the dragon, it's fine. Alright. I think he doesn't have anything relevant. So now we wait on the Yeti. The good thing about the Yeti is that his ice spells won't hurt the Yeti, it'll heal him. The bad thing about the Yeti is I can't control what he's doing. If he freezes the Yeti, I'm resetting again. Okay. All I really want to try to do is get Gao up to get the experience, so I'll go ahead and queue that action up. Come on, thaw! Come on, Edgar. Considering that didn't go well, it went about as well as it could once that first freeze happened. Alright. Early dragons are always a pain. Alright. Fixed dice is an option. It's not a fast option, but it's an option. So let's see who can use them. It's just Gao, so... Let's do... I don't know what that does, but... Alright. I don't know. Guess in case he gets berserked. Probably just sell those or use them in the Coliseum. Alright, I do have Ice 3 now on Edgar. Ah, this is not good. I need to... Oh, I do have Pearl Rod. That's probably where I should be leaning with this. Could also shield. Let's see what this pro rod does. I'm gonna try to keep this shield. F it. I get a little too conservatory on my resources, and you really should just spend them. The only resource that matters in a race is time. So, tough fight like this takes a while. I'm gonna go back and save before jumping off. If it was just some ultras or tunnel armor, I would probably just risk it and keep going. But Edgar is also out of MP, so alright, we'll check the Esper at the save point. Alright, so we got Shiva, so let's check what Phoenix is. I think I'd rather him get that to start. We'll get him RMIs 3. Alright, I've got to have it. Alright, don't need the monster in a box. I already found the offering, so can just take this close hole. I think our next stop after this is going to be Figaro basement and possibly into the ancient castle. I don't really like three-person Kefkin Arch if I don't have a... Holy shit. That's fun. Alright. Oh, that's real fun. This is why we save. Alright. So, let's take a fight. I don't even know if there's fights up here. Oh, there's... Alright, this should do it. Let's just flash. Alright, there we go. Alright. Just that one level distance makes the... Or one level makes the difference. Do I... Yeah, sold my safety bits later. We will just hope. Do have a force. Let's get that on. Guardian into Doomgaze is pretty rough. Wish I had those pro rods or a couple more. Alright, we don't do that. Alright, let's see. I guess it's fire. Fire and Yeti. ice will heal him, so that's why I'm not doing ice 3. Alright, let's bring him back up. Let the Yeti do his thing. Before I head to the castle, I probably am gonna go to Colosseum, let the Yeti do his thing some more. Alright, we can just cure here. Oh, you know, you're gonna die again. Alright, let's just... I gotta bring him back up, because if they killed Gao, I'm kinda screwed. Yep. Okay, lucky miss. Doing it again. Oh, I have cure. I have life too. It's good to know. Good block. Good force shield equip. Alright. Slow, but got through. If I'd remembered about the life too, that would have been better. Alright. We're about to here. Take the heal. Let's go. Thing I like to do for the Coliseum is unequip everybody except the Collie contestant. Never know what can turn into something cool, especially in Atmo where you don't have full knowledge. Alright. What's a Mega Elixir? Yeah, you can go after that. That's fine. And he has a good one for the Coliseum. His only attack is fight. You obviously hope he's gonna slam, but at least he's not casting Remedy or doing stupid shit. Alright, do Optimum. And we go to the castle. This is one of my favorite opens to do, but only when I don't have a better kind of standard open like a Gao Trench or a Sabin Imp Camp. Excuse me. I did get a new Esper, so let's check that. Gold? Yeah, no big deal. Alright. Pretty low looting so far, so I'll check this chest. There's a terror. I need to get in the habit of peeking this, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't really do anything out of what I would have done anyways. I could have come here instead of doing the dragon, but the decision I have to make now is if I want to go down to the ancient castle or not. Since I don't need to check the monster in the boxes, it's probably not going to be very long comparatively. I will probably just do it. We'll see what happens with this fight. all the ribbons. Alright. So the Terra will end up pushing me up to the Kefkadarsh when you do her weld check. Holy shit. Alright, let's see why this thing was a pain in the ass. Too late now. Alright, I guess it's that. Alright, low powered like this, you gotta really manage the ATB. When you're doing something, you want to be in the menu. When you're not doing something, you don't want to be in the menu. I mean, basically relying on Yeti hits right now. Alright, so this is going to be a reset. Heal's there. His swings are most likely going to miss. We're going to need him to do that. That doesn't matter. Come on, slam. If you came here without the Rage Ring, you'd probably be in more trouble than I am even. If he doesn't make it through this, I'm gonna go check Kefkadarsh and see if this is forced. If this is forced, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Go fight a couple more dragons, I guess, and come back. Come on, Yeti, swing it, or throw your body at him. Got it. Yeah, gotta keep him doing. Oh, bolt doesn't hurt at least. Keep him doing fire and ice to heal me. I'm already poisoned. That doesn't really hurt anything. That still takes half his health, even with the ice. Because snowballs aren't made of ice in this world. It'll heal me back up though, right there. There you go, there's 2 in a row. Gotta be getting pretty close. That'll heal me back up too. Uh-oh. Yep, that's it. Alright. That's so weird. That's the second time in like 2 weeks that I've had what looks to be hard required Magimaster at that spot right there. And it screwed me up worse the first time, but that isn't great. Alright. Alright, this is not a character then that Magimaster we have to get through. try to find some. God, I don't even know. Let me make sure we don't have Berserk on something. Just go to the save point. I also need to fight the dragon at Opera House to get some levels before going back and trying that. Oh, there's Sunsweet. Okay, never mind. We're done. I don't know, I suppose it could still be required, but it's not required for a while. Let's do this and this. Let's do that. Vanilla. Alrighty. Let's check this guy. Not good, not good. Oh, he will be able to use those. So let's give him that job. And the Fist Ice is one that's good with the offerings. So that will also be good to get through the Magimaster if we have to go that way. This can't be a character, but could be a stick. Oh, Magimaster Jr. stray. Hope 3 is not a bad one to have, so let's do that. We can have those. There. Gotta hit the button. Take another hero room. I'm not going to go out of my way for any chest anymore at this point, but those are right there. Loot Goblin at heart. Alright. We already saw the Dingays, so this is a shadow, so it's another character with some checks. I may... That's an interesting question. Does the octadice or quad dice setzer make it worth going back and trying the Magimaster rather than the floating continent? And I think the answer is yes, with all of the Terra checks, and that'll be character 6. At least somebody can use it. Let's take this dragon out real quick. Still kind of half looking for a sword for Edgar would be nice. This is not the dragon. This is the dragon. Alright, and I gotta get... Hold on 1 second. What is this? Sorry, I'll come back later. I'm looking for... What's that? Can anything have Berserk? I don't see it. Let's just do that. What the hell? Save. Alright. The dog is freaking out. I gotta go let her out real quick. I'll be right back. And we're back. Alright, sorry about that. Let's start the timer. Let's go fight this dragon. Oh, missed the dragon. Good golly. Wow. It's got some good armor on there. I think the big secret of this seed was just going up to Kefka Arch before going down to the basement. I just hate that check so much if I'm not already there because of the terror mog checks. Okay. Another offering is not that useful, but again, we were there for the experience. Go ahead and get some refills here. Save because this is peekable. If it's an item, we'll probably warp out. If it's either the other two, we'll keep it. Honestly, at this point, I might just take the fight. Let's just take the fight for experience. If this is a crappy fight or something hard and gonna take a while, I'll probably reset out, but this always could be the Illumina that I need, or I guess in this case the Atma that I need. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, cow, your magic sucks. Not worth. Let's check these things. No, let's just go. Seed is going on long enough. Alright. Let's check the other one real quick. I still think I'm gonna go take down the Magic Master rather than go to the continent. That could burn me, but Magicite there is good. Get all those Mega Elixir. Yeah, I'll take two. Why not? Alright. Alright, Operation Keep Sets Are Alive is a go. I don't remember that chest being anything worth shattering, so. What was that? I was looking for something. This. And then... So we're going to open with the opening crack of the Thunder Shield, and then we're going to let Setzer do his thing. So you get in the menu when your guy's moving, and then you get out and let the refill when he's moving. And just like that. Quad Dice is really good against Magic Master, and now we have a third Mega Elixir. I'm gonna leave that for now. Alright, we have 6 characters. We're looking for Espers. Experience on Shadow would be nice to get him to Bum Rush. So let's go down and try to spike a Magicite and a Dragon. And then we'll do some quick Terra checks. I mean, this is a starting character for us, so it's not likely to be in the character logic. So, we're not gonna loot, we're just gonna go down there and see what the dragon has. It's kind of a tricky room to do right. If it were earlier, I would save there, but I feel pretty confident going into the dragon. That's nice. Let's go F, I guess. Come on. I spell. Fight. Let's just do that and end it. Hey bro, heard you like offerings. Alright, so this didn't pay out with the Magicite we were looking for, but the Lumina is nice. It's probably going to speed the Kefka fight up enough and the climb. And it's always a check towards skip, so I don't feel real bad about that decision. Obviously, I wish that was Magicite 8 and we were just looking for the last one to go, but that's okay. Alright, I already done Throne Room, so I don't have to go do that. Obviously could have saved 3 or 4 minutes by not going down there, but Yeah. Rando gonna rando. She's only got one check on this side, so let's do that first, since we're here. And it's peekable. So let's heal up and save. Need about 10 more levels before I can go get Bum Rush, so that might not happen. Yep, that's an Esper, so we go get it. Best thing about this one is dog skip. If you head left right after this loads, you can skip that dog animation. Makes that scene a whole lot faster. Of course. So we're just quad dicing through there. That's not good. Alright, so we ice through it. This would be a good time if you had an ice rod or an ice shield, something that ignores magic defense, because as you can see, this guy has high magic defense. Let's see what this does. I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna deal with these guys dying. Of course, that's the one that gets the quads, and then this will be... Oh, that's pretty good too. Alright, so this was the move. I have to deal with one of them going away and coming back, but the other one's like dead or almost dead. There you go. It wasn't too bad. There, and then just because I'm used to it, there. Alright, that's Phantom. If I'm not gonna get... If I'm not gonna get Bum Rush, then I should probably give him Cure of some kind if I have the ability to do that. I need to look at that. Haste 2 is another one for a support character that's good to look at. I mean, all my damage is gonna be coming from Quad Dice and Illumina at this point. I mean, all of these chests, I would love to find some stuff, but at this point, over an hour in, I'm just looking for that last Vesper. You start thinking about skip, no matter what, I'm going to be at 19. I could, if this is the Magi side, I could do one more fast check, be at 20, and then do center lane. That's probably faster than doing the climb, considering I could just go do the Welk check for Terra. Either way, that's my next stop. So if this isn't a Magi site, we'll hope that is. And this is all assuming I don't get another character with a faster check. Could be. go ahead and loot this. It would be great if I could find another stick to give one of the two useless, or just Shadow pretty much. If I could give Shadow a job, or go get the Terra if I need to. Even jumping I could do. I think I have a Dragon Horn. I don't remember if that was this seed or the last one. Never lucky. Yeah, the horn might have been the last seed. So, alright, we're gonna kibosh that idea. Let's do, like I said, let's go do the wealth check real quick. Let's just go. Found the Magic Master, found the Doom Gaze. There's not really, I don't want to say it, but there's not really too much that can hurt me bad. Probably going to be in a little bit of trouble with the statues. Shadow's dead. That hurt. Might not matter. Maybe? Fuck around and die. Okay. Well then. Let's just do this to end it then. I haven't saved in a while, so... Oh no. Such a like to have me check in here just to see if I can find any better armor before we go do this. There's not much. Nope. Sure. Any defense helps at this point. I do have 3 mega elixirs, something like that. And I may find other armor options from these dragons. There's Cure 2. Hey, there's Berserk. Alright, let's do the Cure 2. Just go. Alright, you can go there, you can go there, you can go there, you can go there, and you can go there, and you can stay in the ocean. Alright, center lane skip. You load up the middle lane. There are 2 checks that count towards check skip. Toilet Atma and then the first dragon. Or I think that's Skull Dragon spot. Either that or Skull Dragon, one of the 2. So, if you can get to 20 in Atma series, you can get to 22 by doing this fairly quick. Quicker than doing the climb, usually. It also gives you 2 more chance at an item. Let's start off with him. God, this is not going to be a fun Kefka. Edgar's too low for the Illumina to really take over. Jesus, dog. Will you chill out? Half an hour. Take a nap. Come on. Alright. I don't think I have a Genji Glove for that to be really good. So, that doesn't matter. Let's make sure I've got him on the right thing. Try to get him Ice 3 if he doesn't have it. He's got Bolt. Fire 2. Fire 2. Shoot. Know that he'll get the Ice 3 before it's done, but he might. So I got the Ice 3. Another fixed dice is something. You can't use those, can you? You cannot. Alright, you Need to put the whole team of 4 on this warbout to give them the full magic and health. That was something that took me a minute to learn. Do statues. Alright, he's my power, so we'll put them there. He's the only one that could carry another lane, maybe. And then let's try both of those there. Let's change that, and let's put that there. Alright. We're going to take the time to go ahead and set up the Yeti. Edgar will get a little bit stronger now that I can take the Leader Charm off of him. Let's put that there. Let's put that Vigor Charm. Let's put the Rage Ring. Let's equip him. And then let's go. I think that's the only thing we have to do. Easy fight is nice. Try it. Nope. Okay. So that's going to be their kind of job for phase 1 and 2. They're going to be the insta-death guys. And my cures. Try to keep the other 2 topped up. Alright, Fenrir can stay there, that's fine. We'll put Golem there, and then we'll save. Alright, you get the charm. Sure. I'm equipping her to try to... Jesus Christ. Just to try to keep her alive in case she can take a hit or two to get Dude Man back up. Wow, she didn't really have nothing for lures. I did get an ice rod, didn't I? Should do it. That's 3 shitty rolls around 1 good one, I guess. That's why you use the offering. My power is not that good. Jesus. It's a chicken seed right there. really should make sure that I'm right about that horn being last seen. Yeah, okay. Let's do that there, and then... Don't, yeah, you can keep Phantom, sure. He gets the Hero Ring and the Hyper Wrist. And she gets the Rainbow Charm. It's just a case. And then he goes back into the back row. Alright. Good proc. She's not gonna live long enough to hold a bolt, catch a bolt 3. Good proc again. It ain't gonna kill you. That's gonna kill her, I think. You're on your own, Edgar. Uh-oh. Go lay down somewhere. We're not doing it right now. Lady, you can go away anytime now. Okay. Hopefully these last couple of levels will give him some exponential power growth. Alright, no Terra, no Yeti, no... Celeste. No Celeste. Shadow Gal. Setzer. And Edgar. Girls are yucky. Obviously want to make sure that short arm dies last, so I'm kind of leaving the dice for when the head's dead. I don't want to get quaked. It's a little bit slow, but I don't think I have anything to be doing with him. Alright, good God, are you kidding me with this? Okay, missed that time. Alright, here we go. It's always good to ATB wait. Especially since I'm only really attacking with the two of them. Alright, phase 1 down. I don't know if I have mute or not. I'm gonna have to look. Ideally, you learn if you have mute before you're in here and having to navigate the menu, but always learning. It's one thing I'm not good at. The Ice 3s are good against the Tiger at the bottom. I don't have it there, so let's try that. I don't have it here, so we will let him heal. Let's try double X zone. And I do not have mute. Alright, that finally hit. Of course it did. And we're gonna stack the ices there. Shit. Okay. That's not good. That's Tiger down at least. I don't want to risk killing hits, so I'm gonna use a not as good strategy against him right there. I've Got to get magic down. Good proc. So he is down. Shadow is about as freaking durable as a paper bag, so we might still lose him, but that's okay. As long as we don't lose Edgar or Setzer, we should still be in good shape. Sepster keeps rolling like that, I'm not going to care if he goes down. Oh yeah, Shadow is super dead. Part of the problem is I think he's in the front row still from the Punmapa blow away thingy on Noblesse. Alright. Let's go ahead and do... I don't remember which one was which, but one is Fenrir, one is Go. Oh my god, I should have. He dead. Alright, item, elixir. Let's get rid of this. Uh-oh. Get over, leave me alone, dog. Go lay down. I'm just gonna have to do a little bit of YOLOing. Need some good rolls here. That's not gonna do it. Your proc. Man, the summary of this siege is, tough bosses. That Magic Master at Castle Basement before finding the Setzer was wild. And just freaking low power all the way across. Magic users have bad magic. I never got Magic Plus. Got no Strength Plus. Didn't find a sword until way late. I mean, having to rely on quad dice Setzer rolling like crap is not going to be fast. Go lay down somewhere, Jesus. It's 9, 13. That'll be okay. 20, 22. I don't think we got to 30. Stop it! Go lay down somewhere. Alright, one more good set of rolls. That's not a good set of rolls. That's good. It's okay. I should do this, I think. Yeah, crack boom. Alright, yeah, that was a yucky seed. That's in line with some of the bad Moogle ones we've had lately. Takes a bad seed for me to roll over 90 these days, so... Kefka Narsh before Ancient Castle Basement, definitely important. It could have worked out to go up to Floating Continent instead of trying to fade it the way I did. I'm not sure. Slow to start, get off the ground. Could have maybe relied on the rods a little more than I did. Yeah, no, that was not a good seed. And I didn't run it very well, but hopefully I was able to kind of talk out my thought process going along, and maybe something out of all this would help if you or anybody else wants to watch this. Thanks for taking the time to let me run your seed, and good luck in the future.